Well, hello, my little friends. What is this? This is a weird language I am speaking. This is not French for some reason. Because it's English. We're speaking English today. How weird. I am joined by an English speaker today, so I adapt to him. Welcome, my dear friend. I'm just doing like a Darth Sidious impression for some reason. I don't know why.
Thank you for the warm welcome, my friend.
So, hey everybody. Yes, we're doing a podcast in English. Because I decided so. I feel like I should just it's not going to be mostly in English now. No worries. We're going to do mostly French podcasts. But if I have guests that speak more in English, then we'll have English podcasts. So.
You know, I feel honored. I'm the first English guest. There you go.
You are the first thing. I had interviews in English, but you're the first real podcast in English.
Ooh.
So, we're doing a movie that is not liked by a lot of people. Well, first of all, again, like usual, I don't know how to introduce my guest. So here is my guest today. My guest today is Steven, my friend from high school, who's also a beautiful actor. And he's also a Twitch streamer, right?
Yeah. Hi, guys. I'm Steven, also known as DeathTheDude on Twitch and YouTube. On Twitch, I play video games, of course, and on YouTube, I talk about anime. And there's some gameplay. And I used to do acting on the side, but I'm trying to get into some voice acting to do maybe some voices for characters in anime.
He's really good. You should do a few, just as a little appetizer.
I mean, what are you trying to talk about? I mean, it's up to you, mate. Absolutely.
Okay.
I think that's the most amazing thing around here.
Oh!
Bloody hell, mate. I think we should tell them what we're doing the movie on. If I'm doing this accent, what do you think movie we're talking about, you know?
I'm mistaken. Are you in The Lord of the Rings or something?
I wouldn't say Lord of the Rings. I think maybe a little bit more magic in there.
Oh, magic. I see. Well, are you talking about the Harry Potter movie that everyone hates, but for some reason, you and I love it?
I believe it's so.
You believe it's so?
I
okay.
believe it's so. But you know what I'm curious about? I'm curious, before we even mention okay, I'll break the accent now. I'm curious what the audience is going to think when they be like, hated Harry Potter? Which one is it, you know?
Yeah, well, I think that, in terms of, big hate, I think that the first part of the 7th is, probably the worst.
Part
everyone
one?
Yeah, the 7th one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one, really everyone hates. Yeah, so the one that we chose today was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the second adventure.
What secrets are hiding within the chamber? I wonder.
Oh, I wonder. Such a big mystery. Yeah, a movie, because, I told Steven, I was like, we're going to do a podcast for sure. Of course. And we were talking about, because we talked to each other, a bit after the holidays, and everyone, watches Harry Potter in the holidays, except me, I guess. Yeah, and I was like, I was watching a bunch of YouTubers doing reviews and stuff, and everyone seems to hate the second one. It's almost like the prequels.
You say it's kind of funny because when I was looking it up, we were talking about what kind of thing you want to talk about, and I mentioned Harry Potter to you because that's a series that I really loved as a kid, and when I was doing research to make sure, okay, am I getting prepared for the show or not? I found the 4th one was apparently the most hated within the book, the people who read the books.
Oh.
And the reason I found this out was because the director for that film refused to read the book.
Yeah, I heard that too. Kind of makes me think of Bryan Singer with the X-Men movies. And he said he didn't want any like comic books on set. He didn't want to read like any stories. He said, "That's my movie. I'm not gonna be influenced by anything, and I don't want like my actors to be influenced by anything." And yeah,
but I feel like it maybe if he read upon it, he might have got some good insight on it. I mean, it's like, I don't know if you ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender.
No.
It's a good show. You should definitely check it out.
I know. I'm not good.
But they made a movie, and it was
I know.
Shyamalan.
I know.
And it's like, oh my god, it was terrible. Oh my god, M. Night Shyamalan. Terrible movie. And I think that's what ruined his career.
Yeah, well, nobody wanted to work like. Well, I don't know. I never liked him really. Okay, well, that's kind of mean.
I think he should have just stayed with horror movies.
Even the horror movies, he did he came back with like The Visit. I hated that movie with a passion. I hated it so bad.
To be honest, I don't even remember what horror movies he's done. To be honest, that's how forgettable I think.
Yeah, but the Visit, they were like selling it as this like, oh, he's coming back to form. It's a like amazing flick, and I was like, what the fuck? Did you watch the same movie I've been watching? It's fucking bad. So yeah, no, yeah. Where were you going with like the like adaptation? Like you were talking about like the.
Oh yeah, like how directors don't care about their adaptations. I think that's stupid. If you're doing a project that has like so beloved, like for example, like we're talking about today, Harry Potter, at least you know there's a huge fandom. You didn't have to, like, for example, read it. Especially you don't want to look dumb doing the film. I mean, people who didn't read the books from the fourth one, like Goblet of Fire, for those who don't know the name, but it's Harry Potter Goblet of Fire. People who didn't read it enjoyed it because of the action it had. But the people who did read it were like, what the fuck? What about this? What about... Oh, was I allowed to swear on this or no?
Oh, yeah. You swear like fucking crazy.
Okay, just making sure. You're not allowed to say, there wasn't this, there wasn't that. There was all kinds of mix and matches of things that weren't supposed to happen and stuff that did happen. People were like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So, but I feel like a director should definitely like research. Like The Witcher. The Witcher, I don't know if you've seen it right now. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Nah.
Like, here's the thing. I've been working like crazy, and then now I just started to like watch stuff like pretty aggressively. I've been like picking up on all the slack, but before I was working like fucking crazy, and with school and work, I there was not a lot of things I could watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's The Witcher is it based on something too?
Yeah, it's a book that was made in the Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken, and it became huge because the author. The author sold the rights at first to CD Projekt Red, who made 1, 2, and 3 Witcher games, and the third one was like the best-selling one.
Okay.
And that got the TV show, the license for the TV show, and there was a whole thing with the author, but. With the author in the video game company, but that's like another story for another time, I guess.
It's gonna be like Stut or video game. Then we'll talk about it. But yeah, we're gonna cover Harry Potter and Chamber's Secrets because like we were like picking up on a bunch of people hating on it, and for sure it's not a perfect movie. Like it has its flaws, but like for me, I really enjoyed it as a kid. Like it was legit my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
So I'm trying to give it some love, like trying to like not save it, but like trying to like maybe make people think a bit like positively about it, like bring some stuff back, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Like I totally see it because like I think it was different for us too, me and you, Charles, because we grew up watching the series, and it felt like for me when I was watching it, I was growing up with Harry, Ron, and Hermione at the same time because you're watching this at a young age, and they're young, and they grow older during the films, and it's like a journey that you're taking along with them, and I think that's what really got. I don't know if I can say for me, but I don't know for you, but it got me to love the franchise because started like this, and then we got to the end, and I was like, I was sad when the ending happened. I was like, oh, this is the end. There's no more.
Everyone cried. Everyone cried. At the end, everyone cried. I don't know if you cried, but I cried.
I was sad. I mean, I think I had a tear coming down my face, like maybe one tear.
It was sad.
It was a good series, and I wish they did a TV show of it. You know, like maybe not like Harry Potter, but maybe something like afterwards or before, like they're doing with Fantastic Beasts right now.
Yeah, but Fantastic Beasts is horse shit. It's not good.
Whoa, I'd say the first movie was good. You have to say the first Fantastic Beasts was good.
I was not a fan. I was like,
I liked it, yo.
I was like, because like that's the thing. Because I told Steven, like when we talked about it, I had like my perspective is, as a kid, I was like, I like the story of Harry Potter, but I don't love the world. Like I wouldn't like to be in that world. And on the other side, I love like the universe of Star Wars, but I'm not like a big fan of like the story, how it was made. So I would have liked to like so when I hear there's like stuff that's coming out from Star Wars, I'm like more interested, like The Mandalorian and like a bunch of like spin-offs. I'm super interested. But like stuff from like from Harry Potter, I'm kind of like don't really give a shit. I cared about Harry because I liked Harry. But like fucking guy who did the textbook about like the creatures, I really don't give a shit about that. It's like, okay, cool, I guess, but like I kind of really don't care. But the thing is, I think it's just because I like Star Wars so much. I think I would have liked to see a really dark prequel. Ooh. I think we all want to see like Voldemort.
Like the way like Harry he died, like Harry's parents died, like from Voldemort, kind of.
Yeah. I would have liked to. I think it's like the same Star Wars thing, like of like you want to see the war that everyone talks about. It's like, oh fuck, when like Harry Potter was like almost also like you know, like Hannibal. Everyone's like all the movies, they're all set when Hannibal is like encaged. And the TV show, they were like, oh, you want to see Hannibal when he was free, like when he was out killing people. I think it's like the same. Me personally, I think I would be way more interested in seeing like the prequel to Harry Potter, but like literally just like the war with the wizards and Voldemort, and like finishing the series with like the parents getting killed.
Agreed. I think that's a cool thing too, but like I'd be kind of worried if they're gonna like, you know, screw it up, you know, like the prequel, because you cannot touch the original. That's the way it is. It's what it's been made. I love it. I love the series. It's not perfect. It all has its flaws, but if you like make a prequel or maybe another thing in advance, you could say it doesn't affect it. People are still gonna say it's gonna affect it no matter what. Like, let's say like I make a prequel, for example, like we said with that, and they completely mess up the series. It's gonna have an effect to the original series as well, no matter what.
Yeah. I get where you're coming from, but I think it's just past trauma. Like we're so scared because like there's so many prequels that suck, and they don't give a shit about like what was done and like the original material, and they're just here to make money. They're not here because they have a story to tell, kind of thing. But I feel like the war with Voldemort is like a story that's worth telling. Again, like I don't give a shit about Newt Scamander, whatever the fuck he does.
Newt Scamander?
Yeah. I call him Salamander.
I mean, he did tell the girl that she got like salamander eyes, and I was like, ooh, what?
Damn. He's going places with that pickup line. You're like, let me take care of it for you.
May I pet your cat? He's like, whoa, what?
Anyways, I don't want
back to the main thing, right?
Yeah, because I don't want. You're right. I don't want to see a prequel because I feel they're gonna fuck it up. So I don't want to see it. Don't show it to me. it would be cool, but like I would honestly need I would need like I think it would be interesting if we had like a Dark Knight situation where like everything was trash before, they wait for like fucking like 10-15 years, and then we're like, okay, we'll do this right. And we'll go with like someone that cares about like the story, someone that wants to go maybe practical and like invest a lot of time and stuff. That I'm here for that, but like, man, with the what the hell they're doing, oh god, I don't trust them at all right now. Like not at all.
I wouldn't want to touch it either, to be honest.
But okay, so the movie, and before that, what beers are we gonna drink today on the show? Because it's a show about beers and movies. I had difficulty finding a fucking beer that's in link with Harry Potter, so I went out and just found a recipe of butterbeer on the internet. So if you hear like my chopstick getting like hitting the glass, it's because I'm drinking from a really big glass, and it's really good. Like the you saw the recipe, Steven. Did you look at it?
I actually, that's what I didn't get it.
Ah, man. Well,
I didn't get it.
I didn't. I don't think I gave you the good link.
So unfortunately, I didn't bring a beer.
Okay.
So I am drinking a wine.
He is drinking wine. He is. But I'm gonna put the recipe in on the Facebook page. It's like an old like 1500s kind of old like recipe. It's like legit. They would do butterbeer in like the like 1554.
Ooh.
Like it's really really old, and yeah, it's really good. The thing is, the guy that does the recipe, it's How to Drink, the YouTube channel. In the recipe, they asked for ground ginger, and he was like, "Oh, let's put fresh ginger because we could, afford getting like fresh ginger because we're not in the 1600s." But I would say I would prefer the ground ginger because I always have to swirl it because all the ginger floats up. So if I don't touch it, I'm just gonna drink like pulps of ginger. But apart from that, it's super good. It's sweet. It's buttery. Oh, it's really good.
On the other hand, to those wine drinkers out there, I guess,
yes.
I am drinking a Moscato wine, 2011, Bartendera. And I took it out just for Charles since I couldn't. I don't usually drink alcohol at home, but I busted it out for Charles.
Damn. Okay.
A nice wine.
I feel honored. Too bad
and
I
those
can't
who can't see me,
it.
I'm like, what? I'm in a suit, well dressed, trying to be nice dressed. I was like, okay, I gotta be nice outfit. I did it just for Charles.
And me, I have like this random ass t-shirt and like I'm not wearing any pants because I'm like at home like working, so I don't give a shit. But
Rick and Morty is still badass shit.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah. I love that show. But okay.
Fun fact, I haven't seen it. That show.
What? Okay.
I still haven't seen it.
Okay.
I've been told to watch it.
It's really good. I love that show. Okay, so the goddamn movie. Just a little background. It was like shot in 2001, I think. It was released in 2002. I read that legit the first one got released in theater on the Friday, and the Monday they started like principal photography, like they were starting shooting. So it was like back to back, like they really like made it like super quick, which is not a horrible thing, but like let's not say they waited like 3 years in between the sequels or anything. But I feel like they're also like on a little ticking time bomb because the kids are growing up. So they have to like compensate for that. Well, I was watching like a bunch of interviews, and it's cool because like everyone seemed a lot more comfortable in this movie, and I think you see it in the performance. Like the kids were stiff, in the first one. They were like stiff, you know. But now they're much more comfortable, and they keep like saying in the interviews, they're like, yeah, we know everyone, we're more comfortable, and we have like better chemistry with each other. And like the adults are also like, yeah, it's like coming back and like being part of a family. So it's like it's much more of a casual kind of place, I would say. And the director Christopher Columbus, he's really good with kids. Not in a weird way. He has a lot of experience.
No one said anything about that. Yeah. Then you mentioned, I was like, as soon as he said that, I was like, oh, is he gonna say it? Oh, he said it.
He has a lot of experience, like working with kids. He did like the Home Alone 1 and 2.
Oh, he did those.
Yeah,
ones.
he did those ones.
Oh,
like he has like he's like known to do a lot of like family friendly like content. So he's really good with like working with kids and such, and bringing a lot of good performances from them. So like even like also the actors, they were talking a lot about how he was good like working with the kids and all that. So that's good. Yeah, that I had like difficulty finding like, also I know I said that last week too about the other movie, but I had like difficulty trying to find stuff specific about like this movie, because like all these movies, they were shot back to back, so it's kind of like there's no big like oh this is like super specific. Plus we're like coming into like a second movie with the same director, and they switched the directors with Alfonso Cuarón in the third one.
The third one?
Yeah.
Prisoner of Azkaban?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what was the reason they switched directors?
I don't know. I think it was...
He didn't die, right?
No. Chris is fine.
Okay, he's still around.
Chris produced Pixels, so he's very much alive.
Okay.
Do you have like your first thoughts about like the movie, like maybe your first observations and stuff?
Well, my first observation is from nostalgia, seeing the Warner Brothers symbol coming in with the music. Da, 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 da. I was like, going back in, boys. This is childhood time, and I was like, I was really, really enjoying it, and I was like, oh man, this is 10-year-old me. No, actually, even younger than that. 2001. I was, holy crap. No, it came out in 2002, right?
2002, yeah.
1995. Crap. I gotta do math now.
You were like 7, 8?
Yeah, I was 8. I was 8 at the time. Yeah. Jeez. Man, time flies.
Man. Yeah. We're old.
Yeah, man. Speak for yourself, man. I'm still young.
I'm younger than you, so I have like nothing.
Hey, they're not supposed to know that.
I also felt, again, like you said, like the nostalgia coming back in, and like seeing that. I was very surprised, because like when like I kind of listened very closely to the dialogue this time, and Harry has a room now. He's not living in the goddamn closet. But it was so weird that they were like, oh, feel your, like, be lucky that we put you in Nedley's, like, second bedroom.
Out of the graciousness of our heart.
I was like, oh my god. I was like, you guys were feeling comfortable leaving a fucking kid down the closet, but, like, your son had, like, 2 bedrooms?
Yeah, imagine that's my room for my clothes. This was just for me.
Oh yeah, this is my gaming room. This is like my going to sleep room. A bit like in The Office when like Jan's like, oh, I this is my workspace and this is like my creative space. She's like, I can't conduct business where I create. Like it's too it's too difficult.
Yeah, but I don't know if you knew about the theory, like the theory, like that people said that Harry was imagining the entire Wizarding world.
He was what?
That he was, but he was trapped under like in the closet in the first one. Yeah, I don't know if you heard it, but like he's imagining the entire experience. Mm-hmm. He's either in a mental hospital or he's trapped in that room just playing pretend with figurines.
Yeah, I heard that story. It's fucking dark.
Makes you wonder, man.
But like it's, oh god, it's too dark. I can't.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, it's too wholesome. Why you gotta do that to me? I was like, what?
Yeah, another thing I picked up. Dobby looks really good for 2002 CGI.
Yeah, really good.
And
it just
go.
But like, was it mocap or was it actually CG?
I think it was just CG, which again, like I give props to Daniel Radcliffe for just like working with basically someone that's not there. Like I don't think they went like full on Andy Serkis with my god,
Toby. What was his name? I have it written down somewhere. It's Toby something.
I forgot, but I watched the commentary you sent me, and they kept like saying his name, so now like it comes back to me.
Toby Jones.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. But he looks really good, and I was impressed by the shots they were doing with like the lamp, because like he hits himself. That's like super complicated, like in terms of like CG and like the movement, and Harry is also there. Like that's like very like surprising to like have them do that with like a CG character.
But that's why I thought it was mocap.
Yeah.
Because that's why I thought it was mocap, him like hitting himself with the thing, and I'm just like thinking in my head, like in mocap, Harry, how did Daniel Radcliffe not laugh at this guy like smacking himself in the head, just hitting himself in a drawer, and I'm like, oh god, if this is mocap, that must have been hard as hell. Yeah, man.
But I think I really don't like. I was trying to look like stuff up, and like again, there's not like that much like stuff on it. Like they didn't like show a bunch of featurettes and stuff like that. I was trying to find stuff, but they keep just talking about how there's more action than the first one. It's like, okay, I got it, but like
yeah, okay, I mean, I got it. Show more action. Stop talking about it.
They're like, there's action, turn off your brain. But another thing I took note of was I was like, it's kind of fucked up that he has also like 7 locks when he gets grounded. I was like, if he needs to go to the bathroom, like he has to like scream, oh hey, I have to go to the bathroom, and they're like, no,
please let me out.
Like, nah, fuck it, just like pee in your pants.
They're like, you have the bottle on the side for a reason.
No.
Yo, but the cake scene was pretty clean though. Yeah. It made me laugh afterward when the cake is after, and I'm like, Vernon, like Uncle Vernon was just like, I'm sorry, he's my nephew, he's disturbed. I tried to keep him upstairs, and I was like laughing. I was like, oh my god. I get more of the context of the joke when I'm older. I'm like, he's disturbed, he's not there.
And I was kind of like, oh my god, like how? But again, what the hell are you gonna say? Like, what the hell would he say? Oh yeah, sorry, my nephew's a wizard, so he just dropped it on you.
True. No, I'm just gonna call my nephew mentally insane. He's like, he's disturbed. Please have mercy. But like, was it green? There's got to be green screen the camera, not the camera, but the cake, right? It had to be somebody with green screen to grab it, like under like a green thing.
Maybe. But I like the animation that was going on at the bottom. Also, made it look like really real and stuff.
Yeah. Especially Dobby with the snap and like, it's like, yo, I like that.
Yeah, no.
Dobby mustn't be mad at Harry Potter.
And it's really cool that they come like pick him up and bring him and stuff. Did you have like other...
The flying car. Oh, that was awesome, bro.
It's clean as hell. Like it doesn't look bad. It still looks pretty good.
To this day, I was surprised. You know, to be honest, the entire movie I was expecting to be like, this is probably gonna be outdated, and then when I watched it, I was like, wow, it still holds up to this day. Really
I'm like
well.
super impressed by the snake. The snake is really good. Like it's
spoilers.
Oh, sorry. There's no snake.
But yeah, the snake is clean.
But
though.
all the creature. That's why I'm kind of like. I'm gonna talk about it a bit more on like the next podcast. Not the next, but like maybe the next. I'm not sure. But we're gonna talk about Jurassic Park and like how
okay.
Man, like there's just a thing about like practical that just doesn't work. Like, I mean, that does work. Like in terms of like right now, I just feel like today, like movies, they don't even like try to make it look like they kind of like are self-aware and they're kind of like, oh, the audience knows that we're not gonna have like a real thing, so we don't have to put as much energy on the CG to make it good.
Yeah, like I see your point. To cut budget costs, cut budget here. Just who cares? No one's gonna think.
Like
about
you
it.
watch Aquaman, there's not a single.
Oh, I didn't
Okay,
watch
well,
it.
there's not a single scene in there that's real. Yeah, there's
Really?
stuff on. There's stuff like in like on Earth, and it still doesn't look like it was filmed on location.
Wow. Okay.
Anyways, this is completely like total opposite. Which thank God, because they couldn't like rely on CG, because like they couldn't do it. Like that's why like I noted about like the Weasley's house is so cool.
Yo. I think it's awesome too because this is your first time seeing what a wizarding family is, especially when you were a kid. So it's like seeing like the pots and pan clean themselves, the teaspoon with their faces going for clock. It's the first experience, and that was like as a kid, it was like amazing. I was like, oh my god, it's come to life. That like the book I've been reading when I was a child, it's come to life. You see all these things that they mention. It's like, wow, oh my god,
Yeah, and it's also like you kind of think like, oh my god, these are like broke ass wizards. Imagine what Draco fucking has in his house. Like,
broke ass wizards.
like Jesus Christ, like does he have like, I don't know, like everything like coming up to him, like it
No, he's got Dobby.
it's true.
He's got Dobby. Okay, Master Malfoy.
It's like, oh god, Dobby, I want a sandwich. Okay. No, yeah, I think it's really cool, and it's clearly like they done stuff with wires and like, and the I don't know why it's probably a super simple effect, but like just the pictures lighting up like with real people is such a cool effect for me. Like it's probably like just they have like a green screen, but like it's really cool how like it's like, oh yeah, those pictures are magical. It's like a GIF happening in your like Christmas pictures kind of thing.
I think it's like what you said. Like it's the simple things that attract us at some things. Like the simplistics. I mean, I'm not saying it was simple to do, not at all. But just like you said, just a tiny photograph, like lining up in the right way, made it so much better.
Yeah.
And like the scene with I still don't get to the scene. I don't know if you understood it. You know when Jenny's running down the stairs and she's like, "Mommy, have you seen my jumper?" And I'm like, "What the hell is a jumper?" To this day, I'm like, "What the hell is a jumper?"
Yeah, I think like okay. I have to admit that it's my first time watching the movie in English. I always watched it in French.
Oh.
So in French it's a dress.
Oh.
So I don't know what the fuck a jumper is supposed to be, but in French.
So you must have been confused as hell when you heard that. Imagine me, who's English, and then having you in French, like.
But in French, it was like, oh, her
She's
dress.
trying to-
Okay, makes sense. She wants her dress. She's a girl. She's asking her mom for her dress. It makes sense. And that's kind of a thing that I kind of wanna go circle back, because I have like a huge hot take on this. I think that depending on the movie, not saying that's a like universal rule, but I think that there's some movies that are better dubbed in French.
Oh,
Because okay, here's my argument. First of all, like it's not my main argument because it's very case specific. But again, we were talking about how like these are like child actors, and I think they're so concentrated on like making the scene work that sometimes like their like vocal performance might suffer from it. But like when you're an actor and you only have to focus on your voice, I think you have even more leeway into like making it more like believable, because you only have to focus on your voice. But these kids, they have to like be in the scenes. They don't have like a lot of experience, everything. So there's like a bunch of instances. Like I took notes and I was like, yo, when they're on the train and Harry just like drops, and then he like picks him back up. He's like, "Oh, we found the train," and then it's like seems like it. I thought it was so like not emotional at all. In French, they're like gasping from air and stuff. And they're like, we found the train in French. So I was like, yeah, this feels like more like a better performance in French.
Well, I get what you're saying, but then again, it's redubbed in French. But like, this is child actors as well. But I found it to be more comedic because like, it's like, looks like we found the train. He's like, it's after almost getting hit, and I felt like these two were like Ron and Harry in the movie were a comedic duo throughout, making stupid jokes. Or like Ron was being like the cowardly stupid friend, and Harry being the courageous one with the ideas. And I thought that was the funny part, them going back and forth from each other.
I thought I think you need to watch it in French because like. I feel like but again I find that the British humor usually is more dry, and I don't get
it's more
it.
dry humor. I mean, have you seen The Office? Their Office version?
Mm-hmm,
it's very very dry. And like Monty Python, I mean, I liked Monty Python. It was funny. The Holy Grail to me was very funny, and I have a friend who said he absolutely hated it, but he's not into dry humor. I could watch that humor and I could watch the other humor, but I get his point of view. It's very dry British comedies, but in a way it's funny. Like I don't know if for example, if like I guess it was funny. I don't know when the dad from the Weasleys comes home, Arthur, and like he's sitting at the table, and like how'd you get here, and like. The mom. I have to give props for Julie Walters, the one who plays Mrs. Weasley. Such a great actress. I thought that was her performance throughout the movie was really great. And she's like, "Well, your boys took the car," and he's like, "Did you really? Well, how'd it go?" And they're all like ready to say something. I was laughing, and she's like slaps him like, "Oh, that was very wrong, boys. Very wrong indeed."
I was also on the same as you. I forgot. That but again like that worked more in English, because in French it kind of like got lost, like it wasn't as like impactful. But again, I think it's like more towards like the dryness, like a kind of like the right that was real bad, really really bad. and in French it was just like, oh, they're just translating it, but they kind of lost the kind of like sarcasm, like really bad sarcasm that in English it kind of. So yeah, I like got caught like chuckling. I was like, oh lol, the dad's actually pretty cool. He's like, I don't give a fuck, they took the car, it's cool.
He's like,
yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, the trolley scene was funny too, man. You know, when they're rushing to go to the train, everyone's going through it, and then like, okay, it's our turn, and then boom, they both crash into it. I was like, oh my gosh. I was laughing at that.
It's Dobby doing this shit. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, again, I was like, when I was watching that movie, I was like, what are the rules for those goddamn elves? Like, what the fuck can't they do? Because they can make shit. Because they can make shit like fly with no like wands or anything. They could make walls block. Like, what's the limit? Like,
I don't know. I don't remember in the books. Like, it's been so long since I read them, but I found it. I just remember watching the scene. I was laughing because when they do crash, the conductor's like, "What the hell you guys are?" And he's like, "Sorry, lost control of the trolley."
Yeah, both of you, you dumb idiots.
I was like, "Oh my god, this is so stupid." That's so funny.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, this movie... Okay, another hot take with this movie. I think that this movie... And I think I'm the only person that declares this, but... I think this movie is campy.
Campy?
Yeah.
When you mean campy, what do you mean by it?
Like, I think that it's bad and it knows it's bad. Like, it knows it's stupid and, like... You know, like how camp, like, you know how like some stuff is like super campy and you know, like they know it's stupid and they know it's bad, but they still like embrace it, like.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Super intensively, kind of. And there's like a few instances I was kind of like, but again, kind of like the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans. They're campy as hell.
Yeah, but they're still classics to this day, you know.
But I think it's the same way for these movies.
Yeah, I completely agree what you mean. Like there's a couple of shots I found that reminded me of Sam Raimi as Spider-Man, like 2002 one. I was like, wow, okay.
Mm-hmm. There's like, I think I the thing that just stood up to me with like the campiness was like when Nedry gets like picked up and like gets on the chandelier, and Nedry? He's like. You know Nedry, he gets like picked up by the big... No, Neville, sorry.
I'm like, who the hell is Nedry?
No, Nedry, oh, I have Jurassic Park in my head. Nedry,
I was like,
it's
what?
Jurassic Park.
Picturing Nedry, no, I'm like, Neville. Who is this guy?
Neville, when Neville gets... He gets picked up and he gets put on the chandelier, he's like, why is it always me? And it's like so tongue-in-cheek and like, it sounds campy as hell. Like cartoony.
Yeah.
It's like self-aware, and it's like, why is it always me?
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for Neville. It's always him getting something wrong with him, you know?
Yeah, but it's like a goddamn like fourth wall break, almost. Like looking at the audience, like, why is it always me? Wink, wink. Kind of.
Yeah, I get what you mean there. You know, I didn't think of it that way, but now that you put it that way, I was like, yeah, you're right. I mean, like,
that's why I kind of. But not in a bad way.
No,
I agree. It can't be in a bad way. I think it's just, like, someone who would do that today and not think it's campy, they'd be like, oh, yeah, that's pretty fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. Kind of.
But I agree with what you say. And I totally like that. I mean, I think that's what makes it iconic, the first and the second one. I wouldn't say that about the rest of the films because I feel because the kids grew out with it and also the directors changed. But I think Christopher Columbus had that feel like Sam Raimi did, like you said, in the Spider-Man. And I told you, I did find that some scenes were like, yo, this is like Spider-Man a little bit. Like, I'm not saying the action shots for those who are wondering, like, what the hell is he talking about? Like, it's just certain moments are like, yeah, this is kind of like that, you know?
It's like kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but it's in a cartoon way.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's like there's a bunch of stuff like the slugs and stuff. Like eat slugs.
That was nasty.
I forgot how nasty that was.
Yo, it was nasty, but it was so well done.
Yeah.
Imagine that poor Rupert Grint, like, wow.
But he said they had flavors. Like in the interviews, he said like they actually taste nice because they put flavors on them. Like they rub flavors.
Wait, so there were actual slugs?
Yeah.
Oh, snap!
Yeah. Well, you know, at the time they couldn't fake it. They couldn't go CG.
Wow, I thought it was like a little bit. I mean, I thought like the first one he vomited out was like animatronic because like the way it moved, like wiggled. And then the rest, I thought it was CG vomiting in the bucket. But if that is real, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really
No, that's why, like, I find, like, usually before people actually gave a shit. Not just like the directors and the producers or whatever, like the actors. They were like, you know, actually like getting themselves out there and like, you know, getting slugs on in their mouths and stuff, like, you know. It wasn't just all like being on a background like, oh yeah, we'll animate that later, it's fine, just fake like you have something in your mouth and we'll spit it out, it will be all CG kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Another thing I picked up was because and I'm gonna put like the two videos because like me and Steven, we're probably gonna go back and forth about like these two critics that like you guys, like you had a channel that they did like a whole like a whole
pretty much
of, like,
yo, they're funny.
Yeah,
they were funny about
they were
it.
funny. They were funny. They were kind of vulgar, but they were funny. A lot of gay jokes in there.
The two creators are gay.
No, yeah, but it was super funny.
Oh man,
like they kept like being like gay about like Dumbledore and stuff.
But I don't know if did you not know that Dumbledore is gay?
Well, he wasn't in the books.
I know.
J.K. Rowling.
I don't know, man. They switched that because I remember reading it and I'm like, there's nothing in here that says he's gay.
I know.
Like not even a single hint, and like it's after I think people got upset about like some people did. I didn't care. It's just like I think the thing it's because you already have your character established, and then afterwards like, oh, now he's gay. It's like, wait, what? What happened with that?
Okay, well, first of all, it's I want to, for people that don't know, J.K. Rowling is kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah, I heard something about trans rights. She went viral.
Yeah, she's like kind of she's kind of a bit transphobic and stuff like that. So like, she's not a really good person. So like, and a thing that she's trying to be like very like,
she's pandering to every community.
Yeah, she's pandering. Like she wrote a story about all white, all straight kids, and now she's kind of ashamed that like her world wasn't complex, so she keeps like changing stuff after. So the first thing that came out was like, oh yeah, by the way, Dumbledore was secretly gay. And a bunch of people were like, okay, first of all, what the fuck?
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere. And it's like, with who, you know? It's like, oh, Grindelwald. Like, who is Grindelwald?
It's just like, didn't you know? He was like in an asterisk in the 5th one.
Yeah, and I was like, okay.
Or something like that.
I don't know if you heard that now. I don't know if she switched it. Like, I heard rumors that she switched Hermione to be a black amputee.
Amputee? I heard that they switched her being black.
Yeah, she's black, but she's missing I forget what she's missing, either an arm or a leg.
What the fuck?
I know. I was like, what the frick is this, bro? I was like, okay. I don't care if you change a character. Like, you can make a black character with an amputee, but don't switch an established character. You made this story, don't switch it last second.
But you know what? I kind of don't, like, again, I kind of don't like again, I want to kind of correct you on this. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you switch something when you go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah.
Like, again, with like the Hannibal example that was used in the series, all the like, there's a bunch of characters that they changed their gender and they changed their race. Like, because when you read the books of Hannibal and like the Red Dragons, everyone is a white man, all the characters. Mm-hmm. And in the series, they're like John Crawford is black, and like another character is a woman, and all that. And it's kind of but what I like about this is like, oh well, we're different. We're a TV show and we're different. We're maybe not in the same universe as the established lore that you watch, like those movies. So we're allowed to like change things up.
I see your point of view. I agree with that.
But if you're like just, oh yeah, we're the direct sequel, and guess what? Your character was not that race and he's missing a leg.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I meant like that. What you're saying. I'm like, wait, what? Because like you like, I guess if you like for example, if you did make a series like you said, but like I'd have to like if I'd be like, okay, this is a different, same characters but different universe. I think you have to mention that because like some people who do watch it be like, what the hell? This character is supposed to be this, and like these are like hardcore fans, you know. Like let's say I don't know if you knew about The Witcher. Like oh yeah, we talked about it earlier, but like people were mad, like they were mad because when The Witcher came out, they had Trish Marigold. I think she was Hispanic or either black, and another character, one of the female witches, was like African American black, like really like dark as the night. And they were mad because this is a Nordic setting, like a Netherlands setting. Every character is supposed to be like white, and like they had mixed races, the entire cast, and people were like, "What the hell? You know, these are established characters. You're switching it completely around." But what like I remember like I see some of their points like okay you're changing a character.
I think that how I stand is really my like really how I think is really the Hannibal example. Mm-hmm. I'm like if it's a separate like if it's in a separate medium in a separate universe, I don't give a shit.
Neither do I. I agree with that.
Like if in the movies they're all white and then in like a TV series like half of them are not, then who cares? Like if you change the whole cast, you change kind of like it's like a wholly different story, it's a spin-off or whatever, then who cares?
Exactly.
Like,
I agree with that.
But
it's kind of like a play, you know? Like
yeah.
How it doesn't matter because it's just a character playing a person playing a role. Mm-hmm. But people take it serious. That's what I'm trying to say. Some people take it really, really seriously. It's like, yo, calm down. But like I was saying earlier, like if you're switching, like for example, like I just said with the Hermione like story and just pandering to an audience just to get your name out, that's not cool. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we covered that subject pretty well.
I think so too. Oh man.
I other things that I picked up on. I love how the tree has so much attitude.
Oh, the Whomping Willow.
And the car also is so sassy when it kicks them out. It's kind of like the car is pissed at them for getting beat up. It's like fuck you, get out of me.
So is the car alive?
I think the car is like a thing, like a live thing.
But it makes you wonder, dude. Like, how come the car was never came back in the other movies or in the other books? You know, because it just goes into Forbidden Forest and just stays there. I bet $5 that like, or maybe more than that, that Hagrid's probably using it in the forest, chilling with Aragog in it. He's like, "Let's go for a ride, buddy." Like playing honestly, friends.
I like one of the YouTubers that I'm gonna put the review on the Facebook post. I think he like picked up because I didn't read the books. I tried to read the first one, and I didn't get into it because I kind of knew because I saw the movies. So I was like, I'm not getting into it because I already know like what's going to happen. So that's why I didn't really get into it. But my girlfriend like read them. And the guy who did the review also did, and he was talking about how like J.K. Rowling has this thing where she just introduces things, and then just like not throws them out, but like just not forgets about it, but just like tosses them out, like just like yeah we have this thing, and then or we have this villain, and then okay, well they're gone. They're gone.
Like
now.
the Time Turner in the third one, like the Time Turner.
Yeah.
And like that's never expanded upon ever again.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, what? Okay.
Yeah, and like I feel like this car is like one of those examples. Like, I guess the car. I think it would have been funny if you just see like someone in the fucking like ending battle come in like with the car. Fuck
yeah, with the car. Imagine it's just Arthur Weasley. I got my car back. Ooh. There you go, Voldemort. Like crap. And like you could have said like, yo, the Time Turner at the end battle, turn it. Protect. They could have used it to save Dumbledore.
Yeah, but the Time Turner thing is just like it's really smart how they used it in the third one, but like it fucks up the whole. Because when you use like an object like this, everyone's gonna be like, "Well, why didn't you save that person? And why didn't you save that person?" So like, anyways, it kind of she kind of shot herself in the foot by bringing this in the universe.
Involving time in a show or movie or book is always the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
Like time travel is the worst. You either got to do it right or like having the time thing destroyed at the end. I think that's the best thing to do is like destroy it so nothing else exists. I think I don't know if they said how many time turners existed and left in Harry Potter. I remember like in the books they said, oh, there's certain amount left, and if you use it like in the worst cases, I think something happens. I forget what it was, the exact wording. It's been too long. My bad. So if people who are fans of Harry Potter are like, it's because of this, Steven. I'm like, oh, well, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We'll forgive you for your lack of remembering all the tiny details in the story.
Yeah, my parents used to read it because when I was younger, they used to read it to me for night time.
Oh.
Like the first one, the second one, and the third one. When did it come out? 2005?
Something, yeah.
Something around that time. So
yeah,
that's like the original 3 to 4. I think 3 to 4. That was like nighttime books, and then the rest like they would read it to me when I was younger, and then the rest I read on my own. I think I stopped at Deathly Hallows. I finished Deathly Hallows, and I was like, wow,
I only read from start to finish the Half-Blood Prince because it wasn't out.
Oh.
And there was a few things I didn't pick up on, and I forgot it really quickly, and I was kind of bored. I was like, that's not a really interesting story.
Yeah, I feel like that's what the problem with the last two ones, because like the first ones is about getting you into this wizarding world, getting you intrigued. That's why I think that's the first one, and the second one had like the big wow effect. I think that's why my dad, like, I think he says he's like, he doesn't like the first Harry Potter because there's too many oohs and ahs because you're getting intrigued, showing all kinds of stuff in Harry Potter world, like Diagon Alley for the first time is. It's a very moment, like wow, you know. And speaking of Diagon Alley, when Harry does the flue powder, that was insane. I'm rewatching that, and I was like, that's crazy. And the hand, I got scared for like the 100th time.
Yeah, but it's good. Like that's the thing that I wanted to talk about this movie. One of the things that I love about this movie is that it's still a kid's movie. It's still a kid's movie, and there's still the whimsical adventure and everything, but it's dark. And still, and I think it's still kind of a magical way. And it's mysterious, like it's still a mysterious mood. And I feel like the later movies are just too dark for children's, like bringing your kids to these movies, like I feel like kind of is not as charming. Like it's not charming anymore. Like Prisoner of Azkaban is super dark. Like there's some whimsical stuff, but like the tone is so like the movie of the beginning of the third one is like Harry Potter getting bullied about like losing his mom. And then after he gets his like soul sucked out of a ghost.
That was the fifth one, dude.
That's the fifth? Oh, no, that's the fifth.
That's the fifth one.
What's the
that's
the
Order of the Phoenix,
no, that's Order of the Phoenix, man.
Yeah,
okay.
The way the third one opens is in his bed doing
right.
Lumus Maximus, and like the way the light shows out. But that was the fifth one. Like Dudley's with his gang of friends, like, yo, you have no mum.
Yeah.
Don't kill Cedric.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
You're right. I'm mixing up.
Sorry, Harry Potter movie fan.
Sorry,
I
messed up. But yeah, but even like the I feel like the third one, it's really good, but it's not a kid's story. Doesn't feel like a kid's story to me.
Yeah, I agree. The third one had amazing camera shots, though.
Yeah. I'm not shitting on it. I'm just saying it's not the same mood.
I agree, and I think the second one started like you could argue the first one was like how like it transitioned with Voldemort at the end, and then afterwards the second one came out. Yeah, there's the whimsical moments, but then you're seeing like a murder mystery, like who petrified Mrs. Norris? Who petrified this person?
Yeah.
Who killed this one?
Yeah.
So it started getting dark in the second one. Like, you had your jokes and stuff at the beginning, and even then, you can argue with Diagon Alley, where, like, all these people gang up on Harry, coming like, come on, you lost, little boy? It's like, it's just giving you a darker tone there, you know?
Yeah, but it's kind of, like, insulated. Like, it's not, like, part of the big picture, you know? It's kind of like this weird alley, like the kind of mysterious, like, dark forest in the whimsical world. But but I feel like as soon as you hit the third one, it's like, oh yeah, well, there's Dementors everywhere, and like your uncle's a fucking murderer, and like I feel like it's just much more dark. Like in the second one, it's still like cute, and there's still like you said, there's still humor, and there's still a lot of like magical fairy tale kind of vibe to it.
Yeah. Ooh,
but they started to put a bit of a darker twist to it. And that's what I kind of I like that sweet spot. Like I liked a lot of the shots that like there was a lot of contrast in the shots. Like I love the cameras with the way they were shooting the kids with a lot of shadows on their face a bit. Like being still a bit subtle, but like not too much. Yeah.
Can we talk about like what Hagrid was doing in that alley though?
Yeah, he was just like, it was funny. It felt like he was
getting drugs. That's what it felt like to me. Like
honestly,
when Harry's like, "What were you?"
It honestly felt like your mom coming in and you're like doing some funny business, and you have to make up something. I love how Harry is also fucking like such a tattletale. He's like, well, what were you doing here? And he was like,
he's like, me.
I was just trying to get like a poison repellent thing
for Mrs. for Mrs. Sprout. And then Harry's
I have to talk about
liar.
This. Sprout. What the actual fuck is that?
I don't know.
Sprout, like
you see her
Russell
hat,
Sprout?
bro?
Huh?
Did you see her hat though?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that was ridiculous. Oh man.
You want to know something funny?
Sure.
Because I put it in my notes. The nurse, the school nurse,
Madame Pomfrey. Yeah.
Yeah. In French, it's like Miss Fresh Apples. Translate to Miss Fresh Apples. Madame Pomme Fraîche.
Pomfrey. Pomme fraîche. Okay.
It's so weird.
Pomme fraîche.
And it's like, okay.
Man.
It sounds like, you know, those camp names that you give yourself. My name is Scooby, and I'm your leader for this summer.
Let's go, Reggie.
No, but it's like, oh my god. Another thing I took note is like Dumbledore looks so fucking tired in this movie. Man, like he looks so tired. He sounds like James Earl Jones in Rogue One as Darth Vader. He sounds.
Which Dumbledore do you like better? Though?
I like
Chris.
I like the second one.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the first one, but I think it was a good choice to have him in those movies, not the next ones, because like for example, it is getting a darker tone.
Yeah, and I feel he's more like active. Just the fact that he's more active.
I mean, he did pass away. I think he was probably very sick during those films too.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he passed away before the third one. That's why they had to rush to find somebody. It's kind of a shame, but like I wonder maybe. I don't know if he was suffering from the disease or how he died, to be honest. I don't remember. No. I think I remember like getting told he died.
Yeah, because we were kids. I don't think they went into great details. Like our parents would be like, oh yeah, Dumbledore died.
He fell asleep. I mean, my parents spoiled it before I could even find out. They knew the ending before anyone else. Dumbledore died. The end. What?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Can we talk about like the Gilderoy Lockhart scene?
No, which one?
Like, yeah, like when in the library, and how Draco shipped Ginny and Harry before anybody else thought it. You know, he's like, "Look, Potter, you got yourself a girlfriend." you know, and no one ever thought it was gonna happen, and they end up getting married.
Oh yeah,
It's
and
like,
okay,
yo, Draco was the best man.
I have like some thoughts, some thoughts about Ginny and Harry thing, because there's no hint of their relationship whatsoever, except in like the last or before last movie, and this movie. There's like this throwaway line where Ron is like, "Oh yeah, Ginny, she ran away because she's been talking about Harry all summer," and that's it.
Yeah.
That's the only hint we get from like them being like somewhat interested into each other.
In the books, it's more expanded upon.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because remember in the fourth one, like he really liked Cho Chang,
Yeah.
and they actually went on a date in the books. I remember this, but like on their date, she wouldn't stop thinking about Cedric. Yeah, so that's why he ended it. He was like, not to mention that she snitched.
Yeah.
But like she was on. I have to give her like a benefit of a doubt. She was on like they gave her some truth serum thing.
Yeah.
But I think she was having attitude problems too towards Harry. I don't remember the books exactly, but I remember that they had a huge thing on Valentine's Day where she started crying, thinking about Cedric again. And I was like, okay, Harry, need to get out of here. And how like Jenny was with what's the black guy's name?
I forgot. It's been so long since I've watched these movies.
But there's moments that they look back and forth in the books that they liked each other. But they just didn't say anything until Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah. It's like the before last
no
one. I think like JK was like, "Oh shit, I'm supposed to give them like a romantic arc." Like or something.
I think she was really debating between Harry and Ron, to be honest. Because you had moments for Hermione, I mean. Not between each other. I mean between them and her, like who gets with Hermione, you know?
Yeah.
Because you had this scene with the dancing with her and Harry in the last two movies. Well, it was part 1 or part 2, I forget.
In dancing, it's not like part 4.
Because Ron leaves because like no. Ron leaves because of the Horcrux curse. It's been affecting his mind, making him think negatively the entire time. And then it was just Hermione and Harry in that tent for a little bit.
Isn't that the Deathly Hallows Part 1?
Yeah. Okay, it is part 1.
Yeah, it's part 1.
That's what I was wondering. It's like,
yeah,
was
it's
it part
1.
1 or part 2?
It's when they're doing the quest to find the Horcruxes and such.
There was so much left out in those two movies,
and they were already so long.
So much. Yeah.
Another thing I picked up on that I find is kind of funny is that when they're having like the plant that screams and they pick up and stuff, they pull out of the plant. Like the planter.
Oh, the mandrake.
Yeah, like
the mandrake plants.
Hermione's like, "Oh, this is what they are, and this is what they do," and she's like, "Excellent, 12 points for Gryffindor." And I was like, "Is it just me, or that's the last movie we hear about points?" Because like, you never hear about points in the other movies after that.
Holy crap! Now that you mention, wait. I mean, besides the Goblet of Fire, I guess it doesn't really count because, like, it's the Goblet of Fire. The Twilight was a tournament. It wasn't, like, points for the houses. It was points for the contestants. So I guess, yeah, I got...
So I feel like, again, like you said about, like, J.K. Rowling, I think J.K. just, like, forgets about stuff. She's like, oh, right, that was there. Kind of. Because, like...
That's a thing.
Oh, right. Because, like, honestly, I don't remember, like, having any cups for the other... Maybe it's a... I would say maybe it's a thing for the first and second years. Maybe. Like you're trying to get the young ones into it and like be good or something.
Yeah, I think it was like to get the attention. Oh, this is a school where like, okay, you got your group. Like it's kind of like our high school where we had like groups in our thing. We had like the 4 colors.
Yeah.
We did go to the same high school for the audience.
Yes, we did.
And there was like 4 houses, and I was in the green house. I don't know what Charles was in, but red house.
I was Gryffindor
over here. I was Slytherin, but we have to do the Pottermore test.
Oh,
we got to do it for you guys. You got to do it. Come on.
Where is it?
just go on Pottermore. I know what I got, but I'm willing to do it again for you.
Potter
Pottermore.com, I think.
Okay.
But let's say that for later.
Yeah.
We'll keep it to find out what house it is. Stay till the end.
Yeah. Another thing I picked up was like, I love how, okay, first of all, Gilderoy Lockhart makes me cringe, but I love him. He makes me think of a fucking influencer on Instagram.
Yeah, right. He's like, magical me. Check out my autobiography.
He's like, he reminds me of like every like Kardashian, like every fucking like, and I feel like this wasn't a huge thing.
Kardashian.
But it's true. Like he is so like fake and so like centered around his image. God. He reminds me so, and that's why I was like, damn, that shit feels so real. And I feel like it wasn't that bad when we were kids. Maybe we're just like seeing it with like nostalgia goggles, but I don't think it was that bad. Like I feel like he's very like, oh well, I will get involved if it gets me followers or something, kind of.
You made me freaking. I can't take it out of my head. I just imagine like Gilderoy Lockhart with like his own brand of lipstick, Lockhart lipstick, the one.
Like what was what was the difference between him in the first scene and him pulling out a phone and taking a selfie with Harry Potter?
Oh, okay. Never mind.
It's the same exact
that was
thing.
Big.
He just picks him up. He's like, oh yeah, take a photo, take my books for the picture, and get fuck off.
Get out of here. And then you got like Mrs. Weasley like, oh, let me get the book signed for you, Harry. I love this guy.
Yeah, I know. And I love how it was like when he gets detention for using the car and whatnot. Like his detention is being with him,
is signing the autographs.
I was like, they fucking knew. They knew it was it knew there was the worst thing, and I would like to see McGonagall be like, what should I make Potter do? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna make him like be with the douchebag and get
Gilderoy Lockhart. What did Ron do?
We don't
know in the movies. I don't remember in the books. I really don't. I wish I could tell you guys who. Maybe you guys will let us know in the comments on Facebook, I guess.
Another thing that I kind of picked up on and made me laugh so hard was when the scene where talking about McGonagall explains the Chamberlain's secret to the kids. She's like, we're gonna turn animals into water cups. I wrote in my notes, if I would have been there, I would have raised my hand and be like, sure, but why the fuck would I ever need to do that?
That's true. Feraverto.
You're like, okay, I guess. Oh, here's a squirrel. Oh shit, I need a glass for my beer.
Ew, you're drinking freaking a squirrel from a squirrel. Oh, that's weird. Well, if you think about it, that rat, because I just remembered because Ron made the rat Scabbers into a glass, and even
that
though
was an actual person.
That's a man, bro.
It's a glass.
Yo, what was this guy doing, bro? He was watching Ron. I don't know what he saw, man, but that's sketch. That's sketch as hell. And especially since he's now in the third movie, we find out. But, like, this guy is, like, an adolescent at this point. So you know what he's doing. I'm not saying it. You know what he's doing. And Scabbers is full on watching it full first hand. Wormtail, worm freak, if you ask me, bro.
Oh, God. Damn.
That's messed up, bro. I'm just saying.
You're talking about puberty. Talking about it. I took note. I was like, if you look at close-ups of Hermione, they gave her makeup. Like, full-on mascara. Really? I was like, that's fucked up. She's 12.
I didn't even know.
I was like, what the hell? That's crazy.
Wow. I didn't even notice at all. I did not notice.
Oh, talking about acting also in my notes. You know, in the Quidditch match, there's like a grove bludger in the Quidditch or something. And I was like, first of all, nobody calls a fucking timeout. I was like, oh yeah, there's this boulder chasing this kid. It's clearly not natural. Let's just let's let it go. And Harry gets hit, and he doesn't even say ow or anything. He's just like, I was like, man, Harry's a goddamn badass, or he doesn't know how to act. But that shit looked like it hurt. It broke his arm completely, and he's just like, oh.
Yeah. Speaking of that scene, you know that when they go underneath, under like the bleachers and all that, you know the scene where like you see Malfoy and Harry going forward through the wood planks in there. That reminded me the shot from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. That's what I meant, like exactly. We know when he's changing into the first outfit in the original movie, running, and like you see the shot of him running in the alley changing. That shot reminded me of that. I was like, wow. Besides the campiness, but that was really the moment that I was like, yo, this is actually. Did they copy Spider-Man, or did Spider-Man copy them? Because it came out 2002 as well.
Spider-Man was in 2001. Yeah.
The first one? Wasn't it 2002?
It's 2001. Because they released the trailer and the World Trade Center was still there, and it got weird.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Another thing I noted was I love how Malfoy cheated in the duel, and nobody says anything. And nobody's like, fuck you, Malfoy, you're a bad student. -10, Slytherin, or something, you know? They were like, oh, on 3. And he's like, oh, 2, pow! Here you go, Harry. And I was like, what the fuck? You guys are teachers. Shouldn't you tell him, like, hey, you messed up, you asshole?
Oh, man. But speaking of Malfoy, like, we're going back to the library. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. You know when he took the book, like, Lucius Malfoy? He took Jenny's book and then put the black book there. How come Harry didn't say anything? This man saw him put it in the book, the cauldron. He even made a look at him like, what'd you just put in their thing? Why didn't he say anything? That could have been avoided right there. But like, bro,
you know what's weird? I think I was really dumb as a kid, but I didn't pick up on it. And I had to go. I think I got into an argument with my sister. He's like, yeah, he did. I was like, no, he didn't. And then we went back, and I remember going like with the like DVD like back like thing, and be like, oh shit, he actually did. And remember, like back then, it was super slow, like going back.
Oh yeah.
So I remember.
I had the VHS for the
I
first
had the DVDs.
one, so I was like, going backwards. I mean, funny you mention it. I have the DVD, but I had no idea where it was. So trying to rewatch the movie, I was like, oh, okay. So I had to buy it. So I bought it, and I was like, you know what? I'll just buy the entire series. So I bought all the movies. And I was like, oh, that put a dent in my wallet. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But I'm like, for the culture, for the podcast.
Like, Steven went all out for that podcast.
It was like $75, but whatever.
Other things I noted. Oh, that made me laugh. When is it Hermione? I think it's Hermione when she gets like, she gets the thing. You know, when she gets petrified. I think they put a curfew, and man, that felt too real.
Oh, because we're in quarantine. Oh man, all students should be 6 o'clock. I'm like, oh snap! I didn't think of it like that, to be honest. I'm thinking like, oh snap, murder mystery going on. And if you're thinking about it, why didn't they shut down the school?
Oh, they don't.
They would have been like, they got a school shooter basically situation, but it's like school petrifier, I guess you could say. Like, you know, time to shut down the school lockdown. And like, how did they not find this Chamber of Secrets after all this time? You know, like they had years to look for this thing.
They couldn't.
And like, I'm gonna spoil a thing, but like the ending, you know, where Fox
we
carries
on that show.
Oh, we spoil it. So if you haven't seen it, it's 2002.
Yeah, Jesus Christ,
it's a movie from the 2000s. My bad. But Phoenix, the Fox, taking Gilderoy, Ron, Ginny, and Harry out from a tunnel. That's another entrance from the Chamber of Secrets. How come no one saw this? How? And you think about it. How did no one find this other entrance?
I feel like we're not helping the movie.
Oh, we're not. But we love it. We love the movie. That's why we can criticize it so
another
much.
thing, talking about the Chamber of Secrets, the fucking basilisk, in French, it just means basil.
Yeah.
It's the same word. It's the same word. It's basilic. And it's the same as saying basil.
Man, you joke about alcohol.
When I was watching the movie, I remember, oh yeah, they're chasing basil.
They're chasing basil.
Like, oh yeah, the basilic.
Oh,
and I was
man.
just like, all right, le basilic.
Le basilic.
No, it's not even that. It's really like saying basil. It's the same word in French. It's the exact same word.
Basil.
No, basilic.
Basilic.
Oh, another thing I found was super funny,
funny, man.
is that, you know, the whole plan with like Harry giving his sock to like Dobby. I was like, he put his sock in the book, but he gave it to Lucius. And I was like, he's like putting a lot of emphasis on hoping that Lucius will just give the book to. Because imagine him just going home and opening it and is like, what the fuck? Why is there a sock in my book?
He's like, he better not have done weird stuff to this sock, I swear. Dolby, you check. Oh, not again.
No,
puts his nose in it. Oh man, yo, I laugh so hard. I laugh all the time now when I rewatch the movie. Lucius just punting Joey across the map. He's like, "Poke! Come, Dobby."
He has a scream.
We're leaving.
It's fucking weird, man.
Yeah. Ah! And then he whacks him back in the head with the cane.
But I mean, we're talking about character that the first scene we see him is like hitting himself on a door. So like at this point, it's like, oh, of course he gets punted on the fucking.
It's the best scene of the movie. I could rewatch that like 1,000 times and I'll always laugh. Just getting punted. Come, Dobby. We're leaving. What?
I was also like, oh my god, this is like too like they could have reduced the blow or something, like a little kick. No, he gets like fucking down the stairs.
Down the stairs, bro.
He's not walking 2 stairs.
Yo, imagine with, you know, the big eagle in
Phoenix.
Dumbledore's office. The Phoenix. No, I'm not talking about the bird.
Right.
I'm talking about the statue.
I
Was
think
that a
so.
griffin?
I think it's a
Or
griffin.
was it an eagle? Okay, the griffin statue in his office. Imagine he punted him down those things.
Oh, Dobby.
Hurry, Dobby!
He gets impaled on the fucking the fucking head or the beak or something. It's like, oh, that's the end
He's
of
like,
Dobby.
Dobby, stop playing around. We gotta go. He's like, I'm sorry, master. Dobby's hurting.
I also love how pissed he is that he took his slave. And we talked about the fact that he's fucking killing Harry. He's like, Harry, you motherfucker!
He's about to kill him.
You took my fucking slave. You're fucking dead. I'm gonna fucking kill you, you piece of shit.
Who do you think you are, Harry? Abraham Lincoln? This ain't happening.
I'm fucking white, okay? My skin's white and my hair's white and it's long. So you,
white privilege, man. What are you talking about?
he's black everywhere, but his skin, his hair, it's fucking white. He was bleached as
He
fuck.
bleached himself. That's why he's mad. He's like, can't read. She's like, you lost me my only thing that wasn't white. Havana.
Okay, so
how is he gonna kill him in front of Dumbledore's office though? Like, come on, what an idiot.
Oh yeah, well, I'm going to Azkaban. I killed a kid in front of like the most powerful wizard ever.
He'd be like, it was Dobby, man. Dobby's like, no, I didn't. Punch him again. Yes, he did. Yeah. Shut your mouth.
Elf. You killed Harry Potter.
You know nothing.
Well, the worst part is, like, if they had, like, DNA evidence and shit like that, they could probably give him a fucking, like, motive. Because all the fucking proofs go out for Dobby that tried to kill Harry a bunch of times.
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
Like, all the shit, like, with the plunger, the fucking, like, everything. He was trying to get, like, Harry out of school, but it was kind of almost like attempted murder. What was going
Imagine a show called Wizard Cops. And so, like, the song, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? And they're just handcuffing Dobby, and Dobby's like, I didn't do it, sir.
like,
I didn't.
put him in the
like,
prison and be
taking
like,
him
you
away.
won't survive it in here.
And Lucius is like, I saw him. He was the one hitting Harry with a bludger.
Anyway.
We got a perp with the motive.
Anyways, what are your notes look like? What do you have?
Oh man, I got a lot of notes. I think I got like, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages worth. And I showed Charles all my notes. He's like, what? Jeez, like I didn't show him like what was written. I just showed him the pages, and he was like, "Are you serious?"
But you have some stuff. I kind of went through my notes as I've been going. If you have like other stuff you want to bring out in your notes.
I think it's like I wrote down Alan Rickman playing as Professor Snape was amazing, but as Professor Snape itself, I think if you watch all the movies and you're going back to it, you have so much more context. Like you found out this that Professor Snape was in love with Harry's mom, and like he just wanted to protect Harry, but in a way it was weird because he didn't want to show it. And it's seeing that differently. Wow, okay.
You see it with the whole like duel with Malfoy. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill the snake, and then Lockhart's like, oh, don't worry, I caught it, and then fucking throws it up. But like, yeah, you're right.
It's like Lockhart.
That was my fucking kill, you fucker.
And the snake talking, yo. I like that aspect of it. Like when Harry's talking to the snake, I think that's the first time you hear him do this snake language. Because in the first one, when he's talking to the python, he's talking in English.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snake language to everyone else, but he's talking English to the snake and snake speaking back. That's what I was surprised about this one. How come the snake didn't talk back? You know?
Yeah. I mean, again, J.K. Rowling following her rules that she establishes, is that something that happens? Right.
Yeah. But people thinking that he was the heir of Slytherin, that was a take I wasn't expecting. Expecting because I read the books, but like watching as a kid, it's like, yo, this man's getting isolated.
Yeah. I don't know. It was weird because in my head he's so Gryffindor. But at the same time, I was kind of like, yeah, it's when you look at it, the way that he acts like a Slytherin. Like, I don't like, because again, I didn't read the books, and I know there's more stuff about the books, and they talk more about the houses and stuff. And I don't like how, like the everyone that's a Slytherin is an asshole, and everyone that's a Gryffindor is a good guy.
Well, it's not every Slytherin. I think it's because of
like,
Salazar.
I would like to see a Slytherin like come in and be like, you know what, you guys are acting like assholes. Like, what the fuck, you know? Like, it just feels like, oh well, like I feel like the way it's shown out there was kind of like, oh, we have bad wizards. Let's just put them all in a house and they could all be evil together. That's my takeaway, and I'm kind of like, that's kind of reductionist, and I feel like these characters have like, you know, they're not just complete assholes, all of them.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think, like I said, it's probably more expanded upon in the books, that there's probably like some good ones. I don't remember, unfortunately, but I'm pretty sure there's some good Slytherins out there.
Maybe
maybe in the books. The polyjuice potion.
Oh yeah, that was
I don't
a
think we
good
talked
effect.
about it. Great.
Oh,
great.
it's
It still
really
holds to
cool.
this day. It's amazing how well it's done. The bubbling effect.
Yeah.
All over the hand and the
I was
face.
also
That
like
was
surprised
crazy.
at how like Malfoy was so mean. He was like, "Ugh, I didn't think you could read." I was like, "What the fuck?"
I marked that down too. He's like, I didn't think you could read. I'm like, bro, he's in your
I was
class.
like, I hope you can fucking read.
how? Yeah.
Like, I hope
Are
he can
you sure
fucking
about-
read
are you
if he's
serious?
in like school. Oh,
Yeah. Are you
do
serious?
you want to talk about the fact that the two guys yeah,
Crab
the
and
real
Goyle?
counterparts were a part of the London bombings?
Yeah. Well, not both. It was only Crab.
Crab.
Yeah. That's why he wasn't in that. That's why Goyle was in the next movies, but not Crab. Yeah. It's wild to hear this. Like, hear it now. I wondered. Like, I didn't know the thing. I knew it like later on afterwards. I was like, yo, what happened to Crab? Where Crab at? You know? And then like you hear this, like,
And you're like,
oh,
ugh.
well, that's
Okay.
yeah. It's like, okay.
Good thing
What
he
you
was
doing,
in Slytherin.
Crab? He's like, for Hogwarts.
Oh god. No, yeah, you could like go on in your notes a bit more if you want.
Yeah, but speaking of polyjuice potion, I think this is another J.K. Rowling thing that she forgot is that when they take the potion, they don't sound like the characters, like Crab and Goyle. They don't sound like them. In the fourth one, the guy I forget.
Oh
who
yeah,
was-
yeah.
Junior or
well, I
something?
know the fudge guy. Yeah.
Barty Crouch.
Yeah.
Barty Crouch Jr. He takes the potion to be Mad Eye Moody.
Yeah.
And he sounds exactly like him. So it's like, what? You know, like, is this another J.K. Rowling thing, or did the
director
forget,
didn't
or-
read the
I
book,
don't know.
so
But
no. But the guy
Christopher
in
Columbus?
Goblet of Fire didn't read the book, so.
that, oh yeah, you're right.
like-
You're
like-
right. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't read nothing, man. It's a shame. I think that movie could have been even better. I mean, it was good for a person who I didn't read the book, but when that one came out, because I think I saw that one before the book.
Mm-hmm.
I think the book came out before, but I didn't read the book that time. I watched the movie first, then I read the book, and I was like, "What the frick?" Afterwards, you know. Because like the maze in the fourth one, there was supposed to be a sphinx that showed up in there that asked riddles, and if the riddle was answered wrong, I think the sphinx attacks. There's supposed to be scorpion things, all kinds of creatures in there, but nobody saw any creatures in it. It was just like the maze moving around. So there was that. But well, let me go to my notes. What else do I have?
What are the
here?
other things that you picked up on?
Well, let me see. We talked about a lot of stuff, but I can go over here. Yo, Filch casually saying, "I'm gonna kill this kid for touching my cat."
I killed that fucker.
He says in front of everybody, "I'll kill you. I'll kill you."
Yo, calm down. Calm your
Dumbledore's
tits, bro. Calm your tits. It's
Yeah, chill, bro. He's like, and then
it's
Filch is like, "I want to see some punishment.
Dumbledore
I want to
goes
see
up
some
me
kid
and-
dead."
Okay, you listen to me. I'm your boss. You can't do that. These are our students. You can't just try to like give them a fucking like death threat for a fucking cat that's not dead. It's not fucking dead. Get it inside your brain.
Aw,
Your cat
man.
is not dead, okay? You need to chill out.
You need to chill out, dude.
I just
It's just a cat, bro.
I just imagine
You need to
Dumbledore
find somebody
picking
to
him
be
by
with.
like his coat or something, putting him on the side and be like, "Okay, you listen to me. You have to fucking calm down. This is a fucking kid, okay? You can't just like go out and tell kids that you're gonna fucking kill them."
Maybe the Dumbledore from the third movie and onwards, but this Dumbledore was like, "It's all good. Take." I think Dumbledore was on something
man.
too. He's like,
the
"Hey,
painkillers.
August, have some weed."
Oh no, that's not nice. But like,
No, That's not nice. You're right. He must have had a disease or something, which I do feel bad for. I mean, I did like his character, especially in the first one, but I feel like the second one, maybe the other person, I forget who the actor who played him, and he played Gandalf though, right?
No, it's
the one who played
that's Sir Ian
Dumbledore in the other movies.
No,
wasn't that?
No,
was
that
that
was
not
not
him? Oh. Who am I thinking about? It's the guy who played Magneto. That's what I'm thinking about. Who played him, right?
That's again
God,
Sir
I'm on
Ian
crack.
McKellen. The guy that plays
Jesus,
Gandalf
I'm
is the
sorry.
same guy who plays Magneto, but he doesn't play Dumbledore. Yes.
Are you sure? Oh my god!
Just a
Who
guy.
plays Dumbledore? Oh man, I know the first actor is called Chris Hemsworth.
Dude,
Is
Chris
it?
Hemsworth
Yeah,
is
Chris
fucking
Hemsworth.
Thor.
No.
I think you had two.
Frick.
Richard Harris.
Richard Harris.
What's
Richard
the
Harris.
fucking
My bad.
link
My
between
bad.
Richard Harris and Chris Hemsworth?
I'm sorry, I had it in my head. I'm sorry, Chris Hemsworth. That's his name.
Confused.
Wait, what? No. My bad. But I like Dumbledore at that time would have been like,
good.
it's all good.
Just
kill him
I
over
can't deal
there.
with those kids. Just do it quietly, okay?
You know, it must have been torture. That poor guy, though. If you think about it, Filch is a Muggle.
Why?
He's got no magical
why the
powers.
Fuck is
Filch,
he there then?
the caretaker. I don't know, man. He's just there. Poor guy's got to wash all these stairs, everything, on his own.
and
like, no magic, nothing involved. So no wonder why this man is pissed all the
like,
time.
Brooms and shit that do like all the dishes by themselves and stuff. And you're just gonna get a guy that doesn't have any powers and just like, yeah, you sweep those floors. Yeah, you sweep them good. Yeah, you sweating, you stupid.
He's like,
I don't know,
how
like
many
4
floors are
million.
in?
They keep moving, so all the dust moves.
Yeah. Oh, imagine the staircase is like,
And it just moves.
I got the first one. He's like moving. Are you freaking serious? My broom's down there. I have to go again. Oh my god! I gotta wait an hour for the staircase to move again. Are you serious?
Just throws himself off. Like once the thing moves, he just like leaps out and falls into the hole. I can't live
without Mrs. Norris. Oh my gosh! And like, if we're thinking about it. You know how Moaning Myrtle like floods the bathroom? How come no one's saying anything about that? Like, there's plumbing. Like, it takes Harry and Ron to notice the water on the stairs. Like, what? You think Phil's just probably like
where the fuck am I gonna put this water
all the way
out?
back up? Yeah, you know, and like you think Dumbledore would be like, all right, Ghost, you can hang here. But you need to fix your shit, girl. I know you died young, but come on, man. Don't flood my bathrooms.
Yeah.
And can we talk? Yo, thinking about it, there's only two ghosts in this movie. What happens in the other ones?
I think you just can't. I think JK can't keep track with all of them. It's like there's way too many characters. And,
but no. There's a lot of ghosts in the other ones, I think. Actually, Nero's headless Nick never showed up in the rest of them.
I thought it was fucking dark how he greets people is by just snapping his fucking neck open. That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, for fucking kids, like Jesus Christ, it's like a bare, like chopped head. Hello, kids. Look at my disembodied head. Here you go. Jesus Christ.
My God, the kid's all like, "Yay, I'm used to it now." Oh, and the paintings. You know how many actors they should have got? Yeah. They probably got for those paintings, man.
That's cool. It's really
that must have been insane. It's the most amazing effect I think that they did. Like you said, it's like you said earlier, it's the simplest things, and that is so clean the way they did it, man. Granted, it must have been tough getting all those people to do that, but. It was amazing. I think that's one of my favorite things, the moving paintings, the moving staircase. That's the most
Burp.
Sorry,
Damn.
burp. It's one of the best parts of the film, like the simplest things.
Mm-hmm. But again, these are things that we don't like see. But again, I feel like you see how these people they really cared, and they were, they were doing something for the first time, and they were probably all excited. Like today, everything's a rehash, sequel, all that. Nobody cares. Like, just nobody cares, and it makes me sad. It really makes me sad.
So we gotta make sure you make your movie soon.
Okay.
But like, remember the Forbidden? Before I talk about the Forbidden Forest, Tom Riddle's diary.
Yeah,
that was very clean. I found the writing in it and like the droplets. I think that's really where the budget went into. It's like boom.
Yeah. I was like, is this a green screen? Like, what? I was still a bit confused.
Yeah, I still don't know what they used to this day.
It was clean.
It was very nice. Yeah. Like the writing in it too.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
By this movie, like it really holds up. Like again, we just said it, but the snake looks super good.
Snake, Fox looks good. Aragog looks good. I think they look all amazing, and it's very well. It's like surprising, and like even the past sequence. You know what freaked me out a bit? Seeing Hagrid without a beard. That was weird to me.
I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm kind of sad that Hagrid is not in a lot of the later movies. He was like such a big part of the first and second one. Like he was kind of like the only adult the kids could trust and was their friend. Yeah.
And rely on. And without Hagrid, Harry would not be introduced into the Wizarding World, let alone maybe alive, because Hagrid's the one who picked him up when his parents died, and he's the one who picked him up when he turned 8 or 10 to bring him into this. It's time for you to join the Wizarding World, So without Hagrid, a lot of you can give him props for saving Harry's life as a child.
Yeah,
and for bringing him into this.
And that's why I'm kind of like I think him and Malfoy are characters that just like get pushed away, but I think like also like Hermione and Ron, they're not in a lot of they're not as much in those there was something like that I kind of agreed on when I watched the review for the guy I really like. I'm gonna put the link on the page for sure. Like the link I sent you, like that guy in his second part, he says in like 4, 5, 6 and 7, Ron and Hermione, they're just like, they're Harry's friends and that's it. Like they don't do much.
We're popular because we know Harry. I mean, the fourth one, Ron
he's just
gets pissed at him, like, "Oh, you're the glory hound. You just want this," and it's like, bro. He's your friend for like how long? Can you not listen to what he's got to say?
He was a big dick.
Yeah, he was a dick. Him and Seamus, the guy, I don't know if you remember, the guy who always explodes something. Yeah, at every spell he does, something explodes in his face. Seamus Finnegan, yeah. In the first one, he's like, "When God in the blows up in his face."
Him.
Yeah, him. In every movie, except the second one, I did not see any explosion. I was expecting it because he's the gag character for that, and that didn't happen. I was
I know. I almost forgot about him, and he had like a few comic relief, like little lines, but that's it. Like they didn't do anything with him in the second one.
Yeah.
I
mean, he did say that Neville fainted.
Well, that was
funny.
Neville fainted. Oh, well, just leaving them.
No, man.
Anyways,
he just fainted.
We're about almost 2 hours. Oh, we don't have a time limit.
Oh,
but I just
wait,
don't
do
want
we have a
to
time
talk for 3
limit?
hours.
Oh, my bad. Well, I guess I'll get like to the quick stuff. Like, okay, how the Forbidden Forest was awesome. Like, the entire thing, like the spiders was so creepy. Especially when I was a kid, it creeped the hell out of me. I was like, oh, and seeing like the spider biting like Ron's neck.
Holy shit!
I was like, oh,
yeah.
I didn't remember it being that scary.
Ugh. It was so scary.
It's
and
well
it was
done.
So like again,
And,
it
like,
was like an animatronic and everything, so it looked so much more disgusting.
Ron made me laugh though. He's like, hurry, spiders. He's like, shush, Ron. I'm
think
trying
I'm gonna be an
to
asshole. He didn't
giant
really
spider talk.
In that movie. Maybe I'm just too old. Like I'm kind of just.
Oh, it's alright. No, it's okay. I mean, I think it's because like Harry Potter was a big thing when I was growing up, because like I said earlier, it grew up with me. It's kind of like, for example, Pokemon with me. Like I played these games and I grew up with them, and I'm never gonna let it go because it shaped me to who I am today, I guess. Because these are things that I always cherish and hold on to. The experiences I had when I was younger, and I mean, I don't know if this generation's gonna have it. Something
Probably
like that.
Fortnite.
Somebody, oh yeah. I'm so sorry, man. I'm gonna cherish Fortnite till the day I die with all my elite skins and awesome nuclear guns. Like,
You're so old.
Why did I say nuclear guns? Why did I say that? Oh yeah. I just don't like the game Fortnite. I don't. It's not for me, bro.
It's for the kids.
Like I tried it and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. It's targeted for kids and it's like, I can't play it. I tried and I'm like, ugh. Especially my friends like who play Xbox, like, yo, come play it. And I'm like,
regardless.
but regardless,
yes.
Let's get back to Harry Potter. The fact I have two gripes with this. I mentioned like how like Lucius Carey got caught like right away for the book and like the ending, and how come Tom Riddle didn't just murder Harry? He stole his wand instead of just flittering it around like this. He could have just killed him.
Strong
Like,
Ginny's not dead yet. I think. I don't know. He was saying,
is that what it said? I mean, he was strong enough to hold it in his hands,
the whole Tom Riddle thing. I as I was watching it, I was kind of like, everything he says and does. I have so many questions of the rules with him. I'm kind of just like, I'm just gonna turn off my brain because I don't know the rules about him. I was like, he's like, I'm a memory, and I was like, oh, okay, so it's kind of like Rise of Skywalker rules.
Huh?
Like, your memory, you can't do shit.
No. I'll tell you this. Like, Voldemort, well, Tom Riddle,
I know,
split his soul into 7 pieces. Yeah,
I know.
So that's a Horcrux.
But
yes. So he's not just a memory; he's a Horcrux. So he could do something.
But then there's no tension.
He legit could have killed him. Yeah, I'm gonna just twiddle my wand and watch. It's like, yes, right.
I just want to see the snake eat the shit out of you.
Oh, and how Fox's animatronic was pretty cool too. Like how pecking the eyes out of the snake. That was morbid. It was really well done.
Yeah.
I felt like the sword was smaller than the original, like the last movie.
Maybe it's because he was like young, so they didn't want to give him like a huge ass sword.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Imagine, I'm coming, Jenny. Don't worry, I got the snake. Oh god. Oh! Speaking of that, I'm sorry. I'm just like going off around, but like the scene where like it would Tom Riddle's like talking like, oh, well, Jenny was she was getting controlled by the diary, and it looked like Jenny like had a flashback kind of thing where like you see Jenny doing the actions of the stuff, but it kind of looked like she's bad tripping or something. She's like, Because like the camera's like she's right on the wall. It's like, oh,
She wasn't.
I'm like, yo, Jenny's on drugs. She was in a trance.
Roofied
No,
the
you
shit out of
doped
her,
her, you
fucking
fiend.
creep.
Oh my god. Oh man.
I mean,
She's
she's
like,
cute.
how could you
right?
do that? He's like, no. Don't
You're
worry
like,
about
she's
it.
cute. I know I'm 17.
Whoa,
but,
whoa,
you know.
whoa, whoa. Oh my god, Tom, you sick freak. No,
Oh,
he was six.
right.
No, actually, he was 16. He was 16. I mean,
But
he was
actually, he's
16,
like
a
100.
memory of himself, but he had all the memories of his present day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he had all the memories of his present day. So, yeah, it's weird, bro. It's weird. And like, I hated the fact.
It's late. For
Oh,
me.
someone's tired. Yeah, I've been tired too. I've been rubbing my eyes, just because of my exhaust a little bit. But when he's writing his name, that was cool too. But I just hated the one thing I hated was like, I am Lord Voldemort.
No,
it
but
could have
he's
just been
the
Lord
anagram
Voldemort or just Voldemort. I was like,
But it was dumb.
I know, but I'm like, come on.
It was.
I was like, I am Lord Voldemort.
It's like, oh god,
And Tom,
that's
like
kind
Harry's
of,
like, are you serious?
That's
Is
kind
that
of.
it?
That's kind of weird. Oh god.
The broken arm scene.
Oh man.
Like the.
I thought it was
Oh,
so
that was
funny.
nasty. Nasty.
The fucking thing that he drinks is called. Wait, it's called. Fuck. What is it? Skelegro. I was like, what the hell?
Skelegro, I think, right? Yeah, and he's like, "What'd you think? It was
didn't think
pumpkin
it was
juice." He spits it
fucking,
out.
Like the worst thing ever, either.
And like Dobby coming into his room, he's like, and then Harry's like,
Yeah,
"You better wait till my arms heal, Dobby, because I'm gonna strangle you." And I'm like,
like Dobby is giving you some like explanation into what, and you're still like, I'm still gonna fuck you up as soon as I'm out of here, you fucking brat.
he's like, "Do it." He's like, "Do it, you pussy," because actually,
Aw.
Malfoy hits me way harder than you. As he's saying it out, he gets punted again.
Oh my god. Poor Dobby.
God, Dobby is so freaking funny, man. Oh man, poor Dobby, man. I feel bad for him, but like at the beginning, I was annoyed by him, but so seeing him getting punted like that was freaking funny, man.
Anyways, I think we could wrap this up.
Oh
if
shoot!
you want.
All right. Before we
Okay.
go, then you gotta take the test. Let your viewers know what you are. What's your?
Okay, so I did the quiz. I am a Ravenclaw, or yet in wise old Ravenclaw, if your ready mind, where those of wit and learning will always find their kind. So I'm a Ravenclaw.
I did the test.
What are you?
And I got Hufflepuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn! We're basically losers that are not in the spotlight.
I was hoping to get Ravenclaw when I was doing it. I was like, you know what? I feel like I'd be in Ravenclaw. And it was like, no, you're the wimpy Hufflepuff. But I'm like, are you serious? But Hufflepuff is a cool crowd. I feel like Hufflepuff will be nice.
But what's the difference for a Ravenclaw? Why did you want to be a Ravenclaw?
Because they use the quick. Hufflepuff is like seen to be like kind people, like very nice and easygoing, which I kind of see that in myself. I guess that's what I see. Gryffindor people are courageous. Slytherin like typical, like being an asshole. I guess like. Well, like, you don't have to be an asshole. Like, just being smart and knowing how to use your knowledge against others, stuff like that. It's funny because my two sisters who've done the quiz, they both got Slytherin.
Oh.
Yeah, and my mother who did it, and my father got Gryffindor, my mother got Ravenclaw. And I got Hufflepuff. So I was like, okay. I see what's happening.
You fucking loser.
Seriously, that's what my sisters did. They're like, you're a loser at this. So like, you got the weakest house. Oh, what? Wait. They're like, wait, you got Cedric Diggory in your group? Didn't he die? And I'm like, wow. Okay.
Like, aren't you a part of the house that is fucking filled with like Nazi cultists?
And whoa, what?
Well, fucking. Slytherins, they're the bad guys.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, Hufflepuff does not have Nazis in it.
No, but that's what I would have said to your fucking sisters. I would have been like,
Oh
yo,
God.
dude, have you seen your fucking house? You're the bad guys here.
Yo, bunch of mugbloods out there. I just said the M word.
Ooh, whoa. We're gonna have to bleep that.
Mugblud.
Hey, I don't want that shit on my show, okay?
Don't censor it. It's funny. Mudblood.
Oh, well, we got it, guys. I'm a Ravenclaw. Do you have final thoughts you want to go through?
I'd say, guys, let us know what house you're from. Actually, that'd be cool to see. Any Hufflepuff represent for Death the Dude over here? I'd definitely love to see that. Hufflepuffs out here. And
fucking pussies.
Hey! Better know Ravenclaw. What did Ravenclaw do in the movies besides Hufflepuff? We had Cedric Diggory. What did you have?
You had fucking like.
So
Edward.
I thought.
That's
so
who you had. You had Edward. I'm not proud of that.
You had Cho Chang. There you go.
Oh yeah,
that's who you had.
Oh, shit, I got the hot Asian girl
who cried for the vampire boy. So who's the one who's actually winning here?
I mean, I'm happy. I was a hot chick. I'm good.
And I was a sexy vampire, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I was always a Jacob over Edward.
Wait, so you telling me? Are we confirming that you watched Twilight here on this podcast?
I had a sister, you know that.
I had a mother. So what's your point?
Mother and sisters.
Yeah, I watched. Okay, I'll be on here. I watched Twilight, and I enjoyed it.
I read Twilight.
You read it? I watched it with my mom. I watched the entire thing with my mom.
I watched it and I hated it. I was like, that's fucking dumb.
I laughed all the times because like the actress who played Belle was like,
yeah.
What do you want?
Kristen Stewart.
What do you want? Like, it was so funny how like she had no emotion. Dad's like, Belle, I just want you to be happy and live in this home with us. And she's like, no, Dad, I hate you and I hate this house. It's just so stupid.
Okay. We're not gonna do a whole Twilight critique, but there's so much shit in that fucking movie that's really fucking weird. Like, these two actors like had no fucking chemistry, and it showed. Like Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson.
They're married. They were married at least.
What?
Yeah, they were married, dude.
Anyways, I didn't buy it. They were fucking weird.
Yo, I guess it didn't work out because they divorced. I think she cheated. She cheated with the director.
Damn. Ugh.
It's afterwards.
Gosh.
I don't know if it's correct.
A whole is that a marketing thing? You think?
I don't know, man.
Anyway,
she tried to do her best to get to the top. You know, she.
Oh God, no! Actually, Kristen Stewart is a good actress. Like, in her later works.
Okay, later works. But it says like Twilight was not a good thing.
But Twilight was not a good thing for anybody.
Like, I mean,
maybe Taylor Lautner. Maybe Taylor Lautner. That was his best like role ever.
I mean, what else? What other movie did he do after that? You know?
Oh, he did a few. They were not great, but he did a few because my sister had a like huge crush on him. So
was he in Taken?
No. But he did like a Taken spinoff where he was Liam Neeson.
He was Liam Neeson. I will find you and turn a wolf on your ass.
I have a very good special set of skills that will eat you up.
I can smell you from farther distances away.
I will smell every corner of this city until I find your stench.
And I'll kill you.
And I will eat you. And be like, did you mean kill? No, I will eat you.
Wait, what? Don't worry about it. Hangs up. It's like, what the hell?
Oh shit, he's not just gonna kill me. He's gonna fucking eat me.
Like, bro, is he a cannibal? Yeah. Did he take some bath salts? What's going on?
Anyways, we're just going off track. And we shat a lot on this movie. It's not a perfect movie, but it's We love it, and it's like I think it's a very good movie for kids, and it was a good movie for us as kids. People like really put their A game. They really cared. Like the performances were really good. Nobody was like not giving their all. You know?
Completely agree with that. And like the fact that we grew up with this series too it definitely helps as well. And like you guys could say like, hey, you guys are bashing it a lot, but it's because we love it so much that we're able to say all these things and critiques about it. And I mean, there's still so much more we can say, but we're out of time at the moment. So
we're not out of time. It's just because people keep complaining that my podcasts are long, and these are among like this
what
is getting
people?
Close to one of...
Why are you complaining on good quality content? This
know.
man's busting his ass for his content for you guys. What's going on?
People are so people. I respect their opinions, but anyway.
I know, but like if you got a good thing going, you gotta keep it going,
Yeah, but people are like, I have a life. I can't just listen to your podcast for 4 hours. I was like, okay.
Put it on pause and then continue where you left off.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it's like you could just listen to it in like 2 or 3 shots, but whatever.
But then they'd be like, but wait, I lost my point. I forgot what you guys were talking about at this certain time. And I was like, hey, man, at the end of the day, we appreciate you guys for coming. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Mm-hmm. But y'all need to be chill. But yeah, man. I definitely love this movie, and I definitely loved. Thank you, Charles, for having me on here, man.
Yeah, well, I'm happy you came. We should be more serious next time.
Oh yeah, we went off track. We were quite a bit, to be honest. On that,
we're known in that podcast to go off track a lot, but you and me, we go off track like super quick.
Oh man, we got off track like real badly. But I think it's also because we know each other so well too.
Yeah. But anyways, it was a little like plaisir coupable, as we say. Like a little, coupable. Like our little thing that we're like, we love it, but we know it has issues. It's like our little like, our little baby. He's not the brightest, but we still love him.
He's not the brightest, but he's a special child.
We still love him. Anyways, thank you guys for staying. If you stayed that long, it was fun. I had so much fun with Steven. I love you. We have so much fun all the time. We'll have you back.
I'd love to come back.
So we're probably gonna do Jurassic Park next. So that will be in French. So pour mes amis francophones qui voulaient pas nous écouter parler en anglais, ben voici le film. Anyways, so you guys take care. We're gonna continue having fun together, and you guys should still have fun together. And love you, Steven.
Love you too, man.
See you.
I love you guys, audience. Thanks for coming by, and definitely give him a lot of love. He's an awesome guy. Should definitely give him a lot of love.
Peace.
Peace.